Hi everybody, my name is Bill Jamison. I talk fast to begin with, and I teach, this is how to control the West Nile mosquito, right? Is that what we're, no? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll do team building instead then. There is nothing that can get in the way of somebody who wants to learn and that information. And by the way, this was before the internet and Google. You cannot stop somebody from wanting to find out information. A learner and the information can always get together. The teacher is just a medium by which that information will pass. And yet the teacher can bring it together more easily and faster. Okay, this is an exercise. We've got the zip line and everything, and who has to be trustworthy here? Not only, do you trust the person who's given you the balance, but the person who designed the scaffold, the person who built this, the team only works as well as every part of it. And that's the thing that has to happen. One of the biggest problems to building a team, anybody want to try a shot at that? What's the biggest problem when you bring an office, an agency, an organization together to meet as a team and build teamship? What's the biggest problem? Food? All right, write that down for next class. Mention food and be clever. See, the students always teach me. One of the biggest problems is being able to make everybody be a part of the team, equal. If I'm your supervisor, how honest are you going to be with me? If you're the front desk receptionist, a person who works on a shipping dock, if you're the sanitation person, you're the security guy in a clinic, are you going to be able to tell the director of the clinic with the degrees and all that other stuff that you think they're wrong? If you can't do that, you can't build a team. You can go through the exercises. We could spend a day together. We could spend 4 hours. We could spend 8 hours together. You can pay the money and we'll come in and out, but it won't work as well as if everybody somehow agrees to take that ego and leave it out in the other room. One of the biggest problems, again, is that everybody on the team has to trust every other member of the team. For you to be in an effective environment where you're going to improve, and most people want to build a team because there's a problem with the communication. There are breakdowns, there are issues that are just not working well, so you want to get that team together. And the value of the working on the team is that no one person is as smart as all of us. The only way to build an effective team is to agree that everybody's going to get in the room and talk together and be equals. And it's okay. When we go home, somebody's going to have a better home, somebody's going to drive a better car, somebody's going to make more money. Doesn't matter. What you can do is learn to work together. And that's the function of a team. Accept the differences and the inequities, but so what? Here's where we're all equal. We need the team to be productive. We need to improve our working environment. We need to improve our bottom line. We need to sell more widgets. Whatever we need to do, we will do that together. And the only way to do that is a team. And the key element is going to be, do you trust each other? So what I will do in team building exercises is to build trust, or do exercises that we see how we learn from each other, that each other can be a valuable part of the team, that each one of you can contribute something to the others. How is the team chosen is going to be important. Again, if I come to you, I'm going to say, what do you want to happen in your agency as a result of these team building exercises and the training? And how are we going to pick the team? Because if you leave out, if you just bring in the managers, you're not building a team for the organization. You need to have every person, the receptionist, the security guard, the person who greets people at the front door, the person who answers the phone. The team creates, everybody on the team creates the image of the agency or organization. And what makes that team work is that everybody's role is recognized and valuable. How good do you feel about going to work in the morning when you Know that somebody you were passed over for a promotion. You're not liked well in the office pool. You're the person that nobody talks to in your cubicle. Nobody asks you to go to lunch, or do you want me to bring you a cup of coffee, or things like that. Okay? How good does it feel when somebody does that? These are little gestures in politeness, but if you're on the same team, don't you want everybody to function well? And here's a big problem. Let's say we're a group of nurses working a shift at a hospital. And this one nurse doesn't work as hard as the other ones because she's always on the cell phone. She never gets up and does this, or he never gets up and does that. Meanwhile, the other nurses are working harder than and that's going to happen. Some people work harder. Some people make more effort. What are we going to do about that? How will we address it? We can't guarantee that behavior is going to change, but we'll create ways for that information to flow in a team building exercise. There'll be ways for the people who feel like we're doing more to address the people who feel like we feel they're doing less. And for those people who we think are doing less, because it may be different. Maybe this side says, this side isn't working as hard as I am. But maybe there's information over here that this side is not aware of. It's like the New York, New Jersey thing, and the people were in the same business. But each side, and the thing was happening is that because they didn't really like or trust that the other side was working as much, you had an unproductive environment. And so people were resistant to communicating, people were resistant to talking things through, and you created more and more discord and less productivity. And so that doesn't do anybody any good. We have what happens when productivity continues to go down, you lose money and then you lose jobs. Let me do this. I got 15 pennies in here. Here's the idea. The team that picks the last penny gets the raise, and he's going to be the person that gives you the raise, okay? So here's what we're going to do. This is Team A, this is Team B, okay? Who's going to go first? Team A, call it. Heads or tails? It's tails. Okay, this team goes first. Okay, here's the deal. You can take 1 or 2 pennies out of the pile. Anybody can do this. Just take 1 or 2 pennies out of the pile. The idea is to be the last penny gets picked. So go ahead. Just go ahead. Just somebody take 2 pennies. You'll all get a time. Or you could have taken 1, right? Okay, this side, 1 or 2. How you doing, Tony? I trust you. And the team can advise, okay, let's get another person. They're all going for 2 because they know I'm running out of time. 2, okay. Somebody? Somebody? Everybody's taking 2.
You want the last penny, right?
That's what you want. There's 3 pennies left, by the way. So how many should she take? How many should she take? So she took 1. So go ahead. You're going to take 2 or 1?
What's the last penny? That's a trick question.
Yeah, right?
You got to pick. Take 1 or 2.
You gotta take 2.
You got to take 2. Okay, so Team A wins. All right. Let's hear it for Team A. See this gentleman over here for your raise? My point is, this is a little fun, quick exercise. The idea is they could have started thinking and talking to one another earlier in the process and decide, no. Change it. Don't take 1. Watch what he takes. It's all interdependent on what the other part of the office is doing, what the other part of the team is doing. That's a quickie. It's a little exercise. There's more of that. I'm out of time. Thank you.